The project has 3 pillars: increased connectivity, upskilling and job creation, and digital transformation. So, for the rest of the hour, we're going to be looking at all three. And joining us to have this conversation about this new plan is the special advisor to the president on innovation. And his name is Ife Adebayo. Welcome to Hard Facts, Ife.
Thank you very much, Sandra, for having me.
He's joining us via
And
Zoom today.
I'm the special assistant.
Oh, special assistant. Sorry about that. He's joining us via Zoom today. And you can watch on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. You can also watch on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Those are our streaming platforms. Lagos, we want to hear from you as well. If you've got questions, we have the man in the corridors of power who can answer the questions for you. If you've got comments about this program, also give us a call and share those thoughts. Our numbers are 0700-993-993. That number is for men. 014657190. That number is for women. Now, Ife, how did this decision to partner with Microsoft come about?
So the federal government has been engaging with the big tech and with a lot of local players also within the tech space over the last 5 years. The vice president has been driving this under the able leadership of Mr. President, of course, and been earlier in 2016 met with top officials of Microsoft, and we also had Mark Zuckerberg visit Nigeria. We had Google CEO Sundar Pichai visit Nigeria. We've had executives of IBM visit Nigeria, and so these have been ongoing engagements and conversations that we're having with a lot of these big tech companies. The VP himself undertook a tour of tech. I went to Lagos, met a lot of the technology startups in Lagos. Paystack, he was in Paystack. Paystack was recently acquired for $200 million. It was at Andela. And these are conversations that are ongoing. He went to Silicon Valley with a lot of the startup companies and gave them an opportunity to meet with investors. So what you see is many years of hard work and engagement with the ecosystem. Which when the Microsoft president now met with him in January this year, they now had the conversation around how Microsoft can invest in Nigeria and support the ecosystem on a more visible way.
Now let's go over each of the pillars, right? I'm going to start with the second one because I know Lagos is eager to hear about it. Upskilling and job creation. Tell us what's going on with that. What's going into that?
So for upskilling, because one of the core foundations of building the digital economy is by ensuring that your people have the right skills to be able to move and engage within the ecosystem.
Right.
So we are especially at a time where the importance of this cannot be overstated.
Right.
With the COVID-19 pandemic and the fact that everybody globally had to now rely on technology and on digital tools to be able to carry out basic tasks.
Right.
So 5 million Nigerians will be equipped with digital skills. However, these digital skills will be on different levels. So there are so many Nigerians today who do not have the basic digital skills, who cannot use the basic office skills, who cannot use, who don't even know how to turn on a computer, right? So there's a large section of people that will be focusing on and giving these basic digital skills. There is the intermediate level skills, which is how do you look at people who already have products in the market. They're looking for ways to get their products out to more people. They're looking for how to engage in remote work, freelancing, and all of that. So if you're an accountant, you've been home, you don't have a job, how can we provide you the digital skills that you require to be able to use your accounting skills to work remotely for anybody, anywhere in the world? So that's the second level. Right, the third level is the actual training of technology professionals. So we're going to train people on machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, software development, based on the various products that Microsoft already has in the market. And so we'll be upskilling people, giving them opportunities to be able to now render those skills and become more employable within the market.
Now, when you're talking about digital skills, which digital skills does the program plan to focus on?
So the program's focus will be based on the specific requests and needs. So when you have an opportunity to apply on the program, you'll also be able to select, okay, do I want to go, I want to be a web developer, I want to learn artificial intelligence, do I want to learn data science, do I want to go into machine learning? So you will be able to select what you actually want to do and the path that you want to follow.
Did the government perform a needs assessment to determine what tech sector jobs would make the most impact? How will this training program fit into the current economic plan?
So there is existing information and existing data globally that looks at the global market space and looks at the opportunities that are available.
Right.
And Microsoft and LinkedIn also recently did a sort of needs assessment and looked at the jobs of the future within the technology space. And we are going to be relying strongly on this. But beyond that, as the federal government, in 2017, 2018, we also did what we call an innovation mapping, where we looked across every state in Nigeria and looked at what the opportunities are within the state. So there are some states where you find very minimal economic activity within the digital space. Whereas there are some states where you see that there's a bit of activity, but there's not much happening. Then there are some states like a Lagos, for example, like an Abuja, for example, where there's already a lot of activity and a lot of people are already engaged within the system, right? So we're able to map all these states and place them in different buckets and then be able to define the sorts of interventions. However, one thing I always like to point out is that beyond the innovation readiness of the various states, every state has a higher institution, and you'll be shocked at the level of talent that exists within these higher institutions. I was in Borno, for example, and I was shocked at the level of work that people, tech students in Ramat Polytechnic were doing. They had walking sticks that was able to use the Internet of Things to know if a blind person is getting towards a barrier. They had drones that were flying. They had this IoT equipment that could do your blood pressure measurements right there in Ramat Polytechnic in Maiduguri. So I was really blown away. And then when you go to Adamawa, you go to Kano, you go to Sokoto, you go to Enugu, you go everywhere and you find that, okay, we sit in Lagos sometimes and we think, oh, we are the big boys. But you'll be shocked at what people are doing in all these places that is not getting the attention. And I remember a conversation I had with the vice president on this, and he said something that stuck with me. He told me, if there is no shortage of skills in Nigeria, there's only a shortage of opportunities. So we have to give these people opportunities, and that's why this partnership with Microsoft is very important.
Lagos, if you just joined in, it's 12 minutes past 5. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and I have the Special Assistant to the Vice President on Innovation on the show today. His name is Adebayo. And we're talking about this planned partnership. Well, it's not even a planned partnership. It's already in effect between Microsoft and the federal government. And according to Microsoft and the federal government, their digital transformation plan aims to create 27,000 jobs in 3 years. Now, I talked about the 3 pillars of this project: increased connectivity, upskilling and job creation, and digital transformation. So what we're going to try to do within the hour is to look at all 3. We're currently looking at upskilling and job creation. Now, let me ask you the one question everybody has been asking me since I first announced this on the show last week. How will the candidates for training be selected? I ask because, as you know, whenever any Nigerian government at any level has some sort of upskilling program, we have allegations and complaints about the selection process. So, how will the candidates for training be selected?
I'll start by defending the government and then answer your question.
Okay.
So I'll say, I think the government, I think the government has been able to show that it is possible to get involved in government programs without having to know anybody. And I think we ran this very, very well with the Empower program, for example. So I think we need to allay people's fears that this will be a case of who know who, the Nigerian way. This is going to be a very open, transparent program. Which now takes me to the response to your question: how will the participants and beneficiaries be selected?
Right.
So this is a private sector program, and it is not a government program. So government in itself will not be doing any selection. And Microsoft is ensuring that they make this program available to everybody. So it's going to be in partnership with various government ministries, various government agencies, and even in some cases with state governments, because engagements have started with some state governments. So you will see that NITDA, the National Information Technology Development Agency, will be engaged, the Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, and these portals will be free and open to everybody. And in fact, we're in conversations with telecommunications companies to ensure that to some level, we're able to get some of these portals to be free of data, meaning people will be able to access it with or without data, and they will be able to make use of it. That basically democratizes this. However, there will also be the physical locations, right? Where there will be people who will be allowed to come in physically and attend some of these training sessions in their various states. And this will be anchored in different existing training centers all over the country that are owned by various government agencies. So the NDE, NITDA, Ministry of Youth, Ministry of Communications, like I mentioned earlier. So for these ones, any people who are within that location will have access to it. However, what it also means is that for those that will be taking part in some of the more advanced programs, you must then be able to show your capacity. You must then be able to go through some level of testing to be able to, to be sure that if you come on this program, you're able to grasp what is being taught. But I can assure everybody that this project is going to be open to everybody. It's going to be democratized. No one is going to be denied access to it. So long as you have your device, you're able to connect, you will be able to take part in the trainings. And a lot of them are also going to be self-paced learning. So you'll be able to learn at your own pace, and you'll be able to grow at your own, and you'll be able to absorb at your own pace.
Is there a particular age range? Are there particular qualifications, or will some of the selection be made through particular institutions?
So it will be open and democratized, and it wouldn't be. We want a lot of young people to engage, but we wouldn't be setting an age barrier for people to engage. Really, at least in most of the engagements. What we will want is as many Nigerians as possible to take advantage of this and be engaged on the program.
Okay, I like it. I like it so far. Lagos, let's talk. Shall we join the conversation? 0700-993-993 993 0700 993 993 993. You can also share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. The number for women is 01-465 7190. I have to ask if this training will be free of charge to Nigerians. Will it be free of charge? Will it be subsidized?
Microsoft is providing this as an investment into the Nigerian digital economy.
Okay, what does that mean? Is it free? Is it subsidized?
No, it means it is free.
Oh, fantastic. I like that. We like free.
It means it is free. No one will be expected
to pay anything for this. Fantastic. Yes. Lagos, let's talk. Hello. How are you? What's your name?
To pay anything for this.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name?
Lagos, let's talk.
Good evening.
How are you? What's your name?
Okay, turn your device off. I can hear myself still.
Yes. I'll put it off.
All right.
Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening. How are you? Welcome.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm Eric calling from Delta State.
Good to have you on the show. Oh, good to have you from Delta today. Go ahead.
Yeah. There's this question you asked your guest that you didn't really throw light on. Will there be qualifications for those who apply for this, or just, he said, you asked those questions if if there's age barrier or qualification. I only heard you talk about there's no age barrier. But what about qualification? You should throw light on that.
All right. Thank you very much for calling from Delta State. So he wants to know, yes, there are no age barriers, but how about qualifications? Remember, I was talking about particular qualifications. So things like WAEC, OND, HND, bachelors. Do things like that come into play, Ife?
So at the base level, at the basic level, there are no qualification requirements. If you will want to join a more advanced course, there are also no qualification requirements, but there will be certain tests that you probably have to take to show that you have the right intellectual capacity to be able to understand and grasp what is being taught.
Okay, I do hope that answers his question, but hopefully he does call back. Hello, thanks for calling us. Hello, thank you for calling. Turn your radio off. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Victor. I'm calling from Ijebude.
Victor, you have a question or a comment?
Yeah, a question I want to ask is the location. Now, are they going to arrange this in Lagos State only, or is going to be spread around the FCM, the 36 states of the federation?
All right, Victor, that's a good question. So is this targeted at people in Lagos only, or is it going to be a national program? That's the question Victor has.
It will be a national program, and what it means also, because there will be a virtual component to it, is that anywhere you are, you can, for the physical locations, it will be within the existing training centers in each of those countries. One of the key government agencies that we're also engaging on this partnership is the National Youth Service Corps, because a lot of the master trainers for the master training team will be utilizing the youth corpus that are posted to different states in the country. So this will be available to everybody all over the country.
All over the country. All right, then let's take a few more thoughts. Hello, thank you for calling.
Hello, good day.
Good day. What's your name?
Joyce.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a first-time caller.
Good to have you here. Go ahead.
Thank you. I really love this initiative because I'm tech savvy, and I wanted to ask, when will the program start, and what is the mode of application? Is there any date released yet for the program?
All right, thank you very much. So is there a date yet released for this program, Ife? What's the mode of application, and when does it start?
So the announcements have just been made. We're tying up all the necessary engagements, and I can assure you that before the end of this month, there will be announcements. The same way the partnership was announced, the various avenues for engaging in this program will also be announced. However, because this is a program that is going to run over 3 years, the training program, the target is to train 5 million people over 3 years. It means that you're going to continue to hear of different
dates,
different start points and different entry points and different dates over time. So, for example, you may have a state. So you may have Enugu State, for example, ready to engage because they have ready centers. Whereas you may say, and Oyo State may say, we need 1 month to set to ensure our centers are ready. So what you're going to find is there will be various announcements that will continue to go on over the next 3 years, and the opportunities will be democratized, and you have a lot of people coming up at different times with the opportunities as they come.
Now, training millions of Nigerians is a big job, Ife. It's going to create thousands of mid to long-term jobs in training and administration. How does the government plan to administer that? Will it be run directly by government or Microsoft or a third-party contractor? I ask that because of something you just said about the states that have to set up the centers where some of these trainings will happen if they're happening in person.
So the model that we're adopting is a model that it's a tripartite model, where you have the government, you have Microsoft, and then you have private sector players. So what you will have is the actual training delivery will be done by private sector players that are Microsoft partners. So these Microsoft partners are the ones who will deliver the last mile training. They're the ones who will project manage the training process, and they're the ones who will also do the impact assessment and monitoring and evaluation for the training. So everything will be driven by private sector, and in so doing, they'll be providing a lot of private sector-led jobs that are not necessarily tied to government, which means you don't have to know me, you don't have to know anybody within government to be engaged in this. Because everything will be driven by private sector and will be driven on merit,
Lagos,
capacity and ability to deliver.
Lagos, let's take a break, shall we? When we come back, we'll take more of your calls, more of your comments, more of your questions. Ife Adebayo is on the show with me, Special Assistant to the Vice President on Innovation. And we're talking about Microsoft and the federal government's partnership and how it could benefit you. What do you want to know about it? Stick around, find out after the break. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
A multinational company in Lekki, Lagos is massively recruiting independent sales executives that own a car and a valid driver's license. Are you ready to work with the company with the most history worldwide? Are you ambitious, a smart worker? Do you have a great attitude? Ready to take your career to the next level? Here is an opportunity for you. Please call 0815 705 0505 or 0905 637-4258 to book for an interview.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
8 times 500 naira, 4,000 naira. 8 times 5,000. Hey!
Abeg, where una dey see this money?
Money care. Now the ogbonge bonus where they sama me as I buy new SIM card. See, then they give me double data subscription plus 8 times a woof anytime I recharge.
Oh boy, what's up for me now?
You know say you fit buy SIM card now for any accredited Airtel shop, ba? Just go there with your NIN, just like that.
Sure guy.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Oh boy, check this new La Casera packaging now. Paulo say the freshness don't fresh. Me say na lie. The refreshment don't fresh. Now the matter with the set to so.
Bring and make us.
Wait, why now?
Hey, same ultra apple taste. Fresh new label. The refreshment don't fresh. Enjoy the fresh vibes of La Casera with new colorful, exciting look. But the bamba apple taste no change. La Casera. I love this drink.
Mommy Shade, this child looks sickly. Try and take her to the hospital. I wish I could, but the expenses are too much. Don't tell me you have not heard about LSHS Ilera Eko. Ilera Eko? What is that?
Lagos Health is our wealth. Ilera Eko.
Oh yes, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has designed an affordable and quality healthcare scheme for Lagos residents. In Ilera Eko, at your convenience, you can have access to antenatal, delivery, immunization, management of hypertension, diabetes and other illnesses, family planning and basic emergencies. Register with Ilera Eko branded agents and at the nearest Ilera Eko branded outlets. Pay 40,000 naira annual subscription for a family package or 8,500 naira for an individual package and start to experience peace of mind. For more information, call 0700 Ilera Eko or 0800 Ask Lashma or visit www.lashma.com. Ilera Eko, affordable and quality healthcare for Lagos residents.
I feel alive, so alive when I'm with my best friends, indulging my G exotic. Nothing makes my drink more than when the mixer is delightful G exotic. And after a long day, I wanna relax with the taste of my G exotic.
Indulge and get lost in the deeply satisfying taste of the Chi Exotic range of delicious fruit blends.
Chi Exotic Nectar. I love the taste. Now available in can.
Are you yet to register for your JAM UTME and direct entry exams? What are you waiting for? Now you can purchase your PIN on Remita. Hurry now to www.remita.net/jam to buy your JAM PIN or download the Remita mobile app on Android and Apple stores to purchase your JAM PIN. You can pay using any payment method convenient for you. Remember, JAM registration ends in a few days, so don't be caught unawares. For more information, visit www.remita.net/jam. Remita, because payments should be easy.
Hello?
Eddie, my friend.
Yeah?
May is going to be amazing with DSTV. There are 155 matches from the Premier League,
What?
La Liga, Serie A, Champions League, and FA Cup.
Whoa.
That's 2 of the biggest cup finals and 3 of the best leagues in the world, reaching the pinnacle of the season.
Whoa, that is amazing.
It is amazing, Eddie. And the only place in the world where you can watch all of this amazing football in May is on DSTV.
Be a
amazed by the world's best football when you get connected to DSTV.
8 times 500 naira, 4,000 naira. 8 times 5,000. Hi!
I beg, where on they see this money?
Money care. Now the ogbonge bonus we get the summer me as I buy new SIM card. See, then they give me double data subscription plus 8 times a woof anytime I recharge.
Oh boy, what's up for me now?
You know, say you fit buy SIM card now for any accredited Airtel shop, ba? Just go there with your NIN, just like that.
Sure guy.
Airtel, the smartphone network. Hey, Rent Money will lend you up to 6 million naira in 24 hours for business or personal needs. So, for loans of up to 6 million naira, visit rentmoney.com or call 0700 5500. Call us now. Our phone lines are open till 11 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Need money? Rent Money.
Charles! Yes, mommy? Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Are you yet to register for your JAM UTME and direct entry exams? What are you waiting for? Now you can purchase your PIN on Remita. Hurry now to www.remita.net/jam to buy your JAM PIN or download the Remita mobile app on Android and Apple stores to purchase your JAM PIN. You can pay using any payment method convenient for you. Remember, JAM registration ends in a few days, so don't be caught unawares. For more information, visit www.remita.net/jam. Remita, because payments should be easy.
Welcome back to your number 1 talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 5:31, and today we're talking about the federal government's partnership with Microsoft, a digital transformation plan that they hope will create 27,000 jobs in 3 years. The project has 3 pillars: increased connectivity, upskilling and job creation, and digital transformation. And for the first 30 minutes of the show, I've been speaking with the Vice President's Special Assistant on innovation. His name is Adebayo. Ife is still here with us. He's still answering your questions. We've talked about who is eligible for this. He says that it's going to be entirely democratized, so anybody can get involved. You, of course, will have to take some tests, and most of the work will be handled by the private sector, by Microsoft and other players in the private sector, which the government is hoping will cut out avenues for people to try to scam the system or try to use nepotism or try to woo it, which in my opinion sounds really, really good. I think, but you may have a different opinion. Now, Ife, before I get back to the phone lines, because they are insane, all my phone lines are blinking. Everybody wants to ask questions about this. After the applicants get trained, what's the plan for job placement? Will the government take an active role as an employment clearinghouse, or will the private sector have to step in?
So one of the things that we've tried to do as much as possible is to ensure that everything we do is private sector driven. The government cannot create jobs. Government can only provide the enabling environment and provide the opportunities for people to gain the required skills to be able to get jobs and be more productive.
Right.
So what we believe is that this training opportunity for 5 million Nigerians will give them the relevant skills that are important in the workplace of today. Will give them the relevant skills that are required for the jobs of the future. And then what you're going to find is among these 5 million people, you will find those that will become employers of labor themselves. You'll find those who are already engaged in some form of commercial business or the other that now have the digital skills to be able to reach a lot more people. And then you will find those of them that will begin to be engaged in remote work. And then you find those that will, because they are more productive and more employable now, will then be able to get more jobs that pay them more than they have currently, or be able to get into fresh employment if they were initially not employed.
What parts of the digital economy does the government think Nigeria can develop a competitive advantage in?
So the beauty of technology is that it is an enabler across sectors, right? So you can't tie it to one thing. So what you find is that with the right technology skills, with the right focus on growing the digital economy, what you find is that you can support agriculture, you can support education, you can support health, you can support services, you can support literally every part of the economy. So what we're hoping is that building a digital economy gives Nigerians the opportunity to be able to maximize their skills across sectors. And I'll give an example. Temigiwa there in Lagos runs Life Bank, right? And using building on digital skills, she's able to provide life-saving medical products to Nigerians that are in need of these medical products. We have people like Thrive Greek that are able to leverage technology to support farmers and to be able to grow the agri sector. We have people like Andela that are able to provide digital skills and then in the process provide jobs for people. So what you will find is that when you grow the digital economy, you grow every sector of the economy.
Now let's talk about the second pillar and then we'll take some calls. Increased connectivity. The release said that Microsoft would deploy its airband technology. Joins the